Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited. This is going to be fun. I don't think this will last the whole normal hour that I do, but I got lots of info. It's packed full of stuff. Okay, so I want to first of all welcome everybody for showing up and taking some time out to hang out with me here a little bit. So this time we're going to be talking all about moon water. So when I first heard this, I was like, all right, come on. Like, let's start getting real here. After I started using it, whole different story. So that's why I thought, you know what, I'm just going to shoot a video on this and let people know what I'm talking about when it comes to moon water. Moon water is literally what it sounds. It's you taking water and putting it out by the moon. Now, the point of this is to amplify the vibration of the water. Okay, so we can amplify vibration of water pretty easy, right? So easiest way that I've been telling people is grab a mason jar. So it's all you got to do. Mason jar with a lid. I'm going to tell you, make sure you have a lid. First time I did this, didn't have a lid and it had bugs in it. And if you're not here from Nebraska, you're going to attract, like I had huge June bugs in it is what it ended up happening. So, here in Nebraska, it gets really, really cold. So you're not going to be able to necessarily do this in the wintertime outside, but you can definitely put it by the windowsill. So just understand, and it could be even cloudy. Even if it's cloudy out, it's all good. It's all good. Even if it's cloudy out, if you just have it by the window, it'll still work. It's still totally going to work for you, okay? So, like I said, get yourself glass preferred. I'm going to tell you, not plastic. So I did have some people tell me that sometimes on the cheap, they take their plastic water bottle that they buy from wherever and stick it outside. I'm like, well, yeah, on the cheap, it's going to work. But technically, you really don't want plastic. You want glass. So this is a nice, good size mason jar. This is what I started using. But Kelly goes big. So this is what Kelly has now. So this is what I fill up with moon water. So what I do is I actually fill this up with just regular water. I don't get it out of the faucet. I actually get it filtered water through because I have a really nice filter on my refrigerator. So I'll use that. So then all you got to do is just literally stick it outside. I'm the weirdo, though. So you think I'm just going to put my water out there? Well, no, Kelly's going to put crystals in it, right? So you can still use tap water if you have it, guys. It's totally fine. It really is. So, but I just like mine. I want to make sure that I don't have any like weird fluoride and stuff like that. So that's why I use it out of my tap or out of my refrigerator because it has a huge, huge filter on it. So really doesn't matter. Fill it up, throw it outside, okay? So, of course, Kelly likes crystals. So crystals. So literally in my little mason jar, I put one of these in. So of course you're going to program it first. You're going to cleanse it, charge it, program it. So each one of these clear quartz crystals, if you guys haven't watched my videos before, will have a little indent in it. So this one's got a little indent. I'll see if you guys can see it right there. A little indent right there. We call that a bit of a key. So what you do is you're literally going to put your thumb on the key, put some pressure on it and say, blah, blah, blah. I want this moon water to vibrate at a very high energy. Put it in there with your water and throw it outside. That's all it takes. Now, some people, I'm going to tell you what, we just don't want to throw any crystals in there. Good Lord, some things, have aluminum. Other things might have arsenic. So we don't want to just throw any crystal in with water. If you are unsure and you're Googling it, you're getting 2 or 3 different answers, put it on the outside or underneath it or on the outside. Now, if you have a crystal point, so crystal points are great because if you have a point, you can set your jar out and literally put a bunch of crystals going all the way around facing the jar. It could be any quartz, so smoky quartz, clear quartz, amethyst, whatever you got, okay? Doesn't really matter. But the points, all you do is just literally point them around. Or if you have a little bit of a stand like I do for my big guy, if I have a little stand, I'll actually put like a pyramid of like selenite underneath or something like that. So you can put pyramids underneath it, on top of it. If you got a jar, you can put a pyramid on top. So pyramid will amplify the water even more. So like I said, when I first started doing this, like I said, I just kind of threw this out there and I'm like, well, we'll see what happens. It does change the taste of the water. If you've never tried it, it really does oddly changes the taste of the water. It makes a little bit, it's sweeter. I guess that's the best word I can use. It's just a little bit sweeter. So you can drink it, totally fine to drink it. But like I said, first off, you just want to, like I said, fill it up with the water, put your crystals inside it or on the outside, depending on the crystal, of course. And then you're literally just going to leave it overnight. So I will get my moon water out when I wake up. So before I go to bed, I throw it outside. When I wake up, I pull it in. There you go. No problem. So really easy stuff. Really, really easy. Hey, every time. So, all right. Like I said, I get the big jar. This one's fine. So doesn't matter. Whatever floats your damn boat. So I would tell you, just go big because I use my moon water a lot. So, all right. Yeah. So somebody was, Scott was asking an apartment only with west and north windows, not so direct moon hit. Still okay. And like I said, whether you add crystals or not, it's okay. You don't have to. I'm just a crystal weirdo. I like to put my crystals in there. So, and of course, I'm going to plug my store. So if you don't have any crystals, awakeningstore.com or Awakening Store in Omaha. So I will put mine in my coffee pot. And so I will have my moon water. I'll have coffee moon water. So I've done that. I've added it to my smoothies before. So you can do that. I got a list that I'll go over with you, what you can use it for. But usually I'm drinking it. Sometimes I will spray it around the house. It just depends on honestly what kind of needs to happen. So like I said, remember everything in my world is very spiritual stuff. Keep it simple. Keep this shit simple. It's easy. Okay. So doesn't matter how many crystals, doesn't matter how much water. The biggest thing I'm going to fair warn you, which I will do, I think later this month, I'm going to do a YouTube video on how to make elixirs. So elixirs are basically crystals in water and then you drink it. So I will tell you, depending on the crystal, does change the taste of the water. So it does matter, but there's certain crystals we do not want to put in water. Like, for instance, bumblebee jasper. It's got arsenic in it. You don't want to do that. So, like I said, there's certain ones that we can use and certain ones we can't, but I'll do a video on that one later. So, okay. In the meantime, when you're making your moon water, fair warning, I don't want you to necessarily do it on an eclipse. Eclipses, generally speaking, are going to be super awesome or super bad. And you know, they're volatile. They're volatile. And so I would suggest that if there is an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, don't do it. Just hold off, do it next month. All righty. So that's the biggest one, is that try not to do it in eclipse. I would tell you not to do that. Terry was asking, does it matter if you use crystals or not? No, you don't have to use crystals at all. So that I'm the crystal weirdo because I'm an experiment, right? So that's what I do is I'm like, well, what does rose quartz taste like versus clear quartz? There is a difference. And you'll get to figure this out. So tonight there is a full moon. That's why I'm doing this video tonight. So you guys can all check it out. Now there's a corn moon, which is a little unique. We don't normally have a corn moon. Last corn moon we had was 3 years ago. So but you can absolutely put it out tonight. Totally fine. There is no eclipses. We're cool. We just have two full moons. So yes, you can drink it if you use amethyst. Amethyst, rose quartz, clear quartz, smoky quartz. Those are all fine ones to use. So generally speaking, most of the quartz family is okay to piddle around with and drink and stuff. So, but like I said, if in doubt, don't put it in the water. If you're in doubt, just don't. Just wait. So, but right, Melissa's like experiment time. I'm like, do. Because when I first started, I just did the water. Then I'm like, well, I wonder what happens if you do crystals. And then I was like, pretty soon I had like 3 of these jars. I'm like, I think it's time to invest in Bertha. Big Bertha. This one is. So we like Bertha. So, but anyway, so here's what we can do. So first things first, is that full moon will always cleanse and charge your crystals. So what's awesome about moon water is if you stick it in a spray bottle and you squirt down your crystals. You just cleansed them and charged them. So even if you have a little bit of moon water, which all it takes is this much, you throw your crystals in there, let them sit overnight. They're cleansed, they're charged, they're ready to go. All good, all good. So if the storm's coming over the night, Sue, doesn't matter. Sometimes it actually charges it even more. So because there's a bunch of negative ions when it comes to storms. Negative ions are really happy vibes for people. So, and it's very cleansing, which is what full moon water is, this cleansing and amplifying. So moon water is all about cleansing, amplifying. Okay. So like I said, so first things first, you could totally charge and cleanse your crystals. If you're lazy like me, we just get a spray bottle and squirt, squirt. So I also will do the outside of my home a little bit. But when I do the outside of my home to protect the house, because you can sage to cleanse and remove negative energy. You can also use the moon water to do that too. When I do that, I'll add a little bit of peppermint oil in there because bugs hate peppermint. So if you add a couple drops of peppermint oil, essential oils, shake it up and squirty, squirt, squirt on the outside of your house, boom, works great. Works really, really good. So another one, I'm trying to think of all the things that I use them for. Because even if I have a little bit like left over, I'll put it in my dog's bowl. So you can give it to kids, you can give it to animals, dogs. It's safe. It's just water. It's just been charged by the moon. So vibrationally, think about it. Vibrationally, it's been changed. Not the molecular structure per se, but it's just higher vibe. So yes, Melissa, that's a great question. You can put it in the refrigerator. Totally fine. I've done it. So even better, you can actually use them as ice cubes. So I've put them in as ice cubes and put them in my Captain and Coke. So if you want a little drinky, you can put those and use that as ice water, charges up the water. So it does the same thing. So if you want to have a cocktail and put that on ice, go right ahead. You can use moon water for that. Absolutely, yes. So another thing, like I said earlier, is I'll use it in my morning coffee. You can use it in your tea. So pretty much anything that you use water for. Another good one is putting it in your bath water. Now, here's the really good one is if I have, and I'll do this a lot after my live audience reading. So when I get off stage, it used to take me 2 days to kind of get my shit together to be able to kind of function again. If I take a sea salt bath and I add a little bit of moon water to it, boom, recharges the batteries for me really, really quick. And I'm able to kind of, at least do something the next day instead of just sleep and do nothing. So it's really good for empaths. If you're highly empathic, you know that you are, take a sea salt bath once in a while, add a little moon water to it, chill. It really helps to get rid of any negative energy that might be around you. And get those vibes up back again. Plastic is okay if you're just gonna do it for tonight, but I'm gonna tell you, prefer glass. You want to use glass. So, but like I said, even if you have just a glass drinking, just throw it out there. So as long as it has some sort of a cover. On the cheap, I've just done like plastic wrap and a rubber band on top because I couldn't find my topper. So I've done that before too. It's totally fine. Yeah, smoky quartz is fine. Green and orange calcite, I think, would be okay too. So it doesn't matter how long outside. I usually, like I said, I just do it overnight. So I'll just throw it out and it's just kind of like set it and forget it, And then in the morning, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to get my moon water so I can have my coffee. So it would charge the pool. Yep, absolutely. Throw some in the pool. Yep, you betcha. Another one that I've done before that like I said, I do weird things, but I also experiment weird things, is that I will take moon water and put it in a spray bottle, like a spritzer. I'll put a little bit of rose oil in that and I'll spritz my face in the morning. That's kind of my weird little morning routine for that. So you can use it as a toner for your face or the body. The other one is that you can, if you have one of those diffusers that you have to add water to, add your moon water to it. So add your moon water to that. It's all good. So I would use, Tony's asking, I filter my water, Brita, can I use that or just tap water? I'd use the Brita water. Go ahead. Heck yeah. Green aventurine should be fine. Shungite is the bomb. Thank you, Molly, for bringing that one up. So I said clear quartz crystals. I forgot shungite. So shungite is mostly in Russia is where we find that. But the reason why Russian water is so it's not powerful, very clean water. The reason why is because it goes through a bunch of shungite on the other side. Shungite is very clearing, very detoxifying. So if you're going through like a heavy metal detox or a food detox, put shungite in your water. Shungite is very safe you can drink with that. So shungite water is the bomb. Done that before. So like I said, shungite, clear quartz, most quartz are okay. But like I said, double check. Full moons are what we're talking about. Nate's asking, can you do it on any kind of moon? I'm like, full moons are the best. So, and it doesn't matter if you got a little sunlight in there. It's fine. Totally fine. The other one I use it for, I'm trying to think. Like I said, I mentioned my smoothies earlier, which I do that a lot. You can add it to your cooking. So if you just need a little bit of water to cook with, or you're making something with ingredients, absolutely just throw it in the food. It's fine. We do have shungite at Awakenings. We have a lot of shungite at Awakenings. So spraying car seats. So inside your car or at the office, if you need to get rid of a little bit of negative hoodoo. So I would put, if you're going to have it at work with a little squirty squirt, put a little piece of black tourmaline in that. So once you put black tourmaline in, you don't want to ingest it, but you could definitely squirt that stuff. Yeah, asshole stay away spray. Yeah, that works. It really does work. So, but yeah, that would be something that I would add to that. Or the other one would be like black obsidian in a little bit of a spray bottle and use that at work. Works good. Another one that you can do is plants. Plants love moon water. So if you want to use it to water your plants a little bit, if you want to use it for like fresh cut flowers and put it in a vase, that would work a-okay. That's fine too. So I'm trying to think of what else. Bath water. We talked about using it in the bath water. Oh yeah. So you got to remember, moon water is all about amplification of whatever you want. So if you have a vision board, which I'm going to do a video later in this month or next month about vision boards, goals, manifesting, things like that. So if you were to just like literally look at your vision board, imagine what it's like to already have it, and then take that moon water and touch each one of those things that you want to manifest while envisioning it. It amplifies that energy, or that amplifies the law of attraction to get that back to you even faster. So not a bad idea to use it for the vision board to be able to manifest faster. I've seen people put it in hot tubs as well. Another good thing that you could do is that if you're meditating and you're having trouble meditating, take a little bit of that moon water, stick it right on that third eye, and then try to meditate. So it really helps to clear and open that third eye, which third eye is always associated with clairvoyance and the ability to see. So that's another little trick that you can use when you're meditating. The biggest thing is that I like to use mine mostly around the house for, it's a quick replacement for sage. Saging is always the best way to clear out any energy, but I have 3 teenagers and I can't sage all the time. So I literally have a spray bottle with selenite, which selenite is salt, so it will melt, and I'm fully aware of that, but I have it in my moon water, and then I also have black tourmaline and black obsidian. I shake that up. I put a little bit of lavender oil in it because I want it to smell pretty. So, and then I'll just squirt wherever the kids were to get their energy out of my house. So it helps to cover up the puberty smell that I have going on in my house right now. The other one you can do is, I've seen people that have like done facial steams. So that's another option that you can use. I know that yes, you can use it for Reiki stuff. Absolutely, yes. And then I have people that will take vitamins. Their morning vitamins, they'll take with moon water. So it amplifies the vitamins within the body. Think about it, right? So, like I said, I did talk about sticking it in my pet's bowl because I do that. I'm like, oh, I got a little extra. I'll give it to my dog. So, or my cat. Cat's pretty chill. So, where do you get the salt for the bath? Any sea salt. Sea salt, Himalayan salt, anything outside of Epsom salt. Now, Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate. It's not real salt. So it's great for sore muscles and stuff. But when we're talking spirituality, we're talking sea salt, pink Himalayan salt, kosher salt. Kosher salt's been blessed. That's good. So any of those are all good. It'll stay charged as long as you have the water in. So it'll stay charged. Once it's charged, it's kind of charged. So moon water is great for kids. Good for kids, good for pets. Remember, it's cleansing, but it also amplifies any energy that you put into it. So no, you can leave it out in the sun. I don't wake up early to get my moon. Are you crazy? No, hell no. I'll get up when I get up, and when I get up, then I'll remember to go get it. But usually I remember to get it because I want to drink my coffee with it. So, but I don't wake up extra special to go get it out of the sun. The sun is just as chargeable or charging, clearing as the moon. So I'm like, no, I'll get out there when I get out there. In summertime, I try to get out there a little bit sooner because it gets hot. So you can make full moon versus new moon water, but it's not as powerful. Like I said, remember, we're talking about amplification, charged. So new moon is really good for new beginnings. So new moon is when we sage. Full moon is when we make moon water and put our crystals out to charge. So I'll get Bertha out here. So I'll make my I'll make my moon water in here. And then I grab my cake pan. Literally, I have 2 cake pans. I throw all my crystals on there, including my bracelets, everything else, as long as I know it's not going to rain. So I throw everything out there. I put it out on my back patio on my table. So that's usually where I put it. Now, if it's going to be windy, mistake 101, I stuck this out when it was windy and it tipped over and then rolled and shattered. I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So I've learned to put my moon water on the concrete. But now I'm getting to thinking about it. Concrete isn't good. Think about it. If you stick a battery out on concrete, what does it do? Drains the battery. So if you can, try to put it out in the grass, put it on earth. So try not to put it on cement. If you can get it out of the cement on a table, fine. But like I said, I learned the hard way. I broke it. So I'm like, so make sure to put it, like I said, put it out on the grass. So that's the best way to do it. You can put it on a deck is fine, as long as it's not cement. Like I said, cement doesn't make any sense for me. It vibrationally, it's just, if anything, it just drains you. But like I said, a wood deck, totally fine. I would keep it away from the cement though. Do you cleanse crystals with sage first before you set out on the full moon? No, nope. So because a full moon will cleanse and charge, does both. So that's why if you guys follow me on Facebook, a lot of times you'll hear me say, hey, it's a full moon. Don't forget to charge your crystals. So like I said, literally, I have a cake pan, 2 cake pans, throw all my crystals on, put it outside. So simple. Keep this stuff simple. Don't make it complicated, really. So, but I think that's pretty much, like I said, this was going to be a quick one because I really wanted to go, and let you guys know about this one. But the biggest thing is, once a month, what I do is I put all my crystals out to charge, but I always have a few, what I call moon crystals that I use my moon water with. So these are my moon crystals. So even when you put them outside in the water, they still charge, but I'm going to set the intent on these. So, and then we put them in water. So like I said, setting an intent is pretty easy. You just put your thumb on it and then la, 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 this is what I want it to do. Put it in there, call it good. How much you drink at one time? Depends on how thirsty I am. So it just depends. Someday Bertha can be gone in 3 days. Other days it takes me, about 3 weeks. So depends. So what do I say for my intent? Usually what I do is I'm like, I want this moon water to be charged to the highest vibrational frequency that I can get it. So, and then I'll put it in there. Some days I just want it for clearing. So I'll use this and I'll put in black tourmaline. I'm like, I want this one as a protection spray. Put it off the side. Then I'll grab another jar and then I'll grab jade, pyrite, citrine, put that in there. I'll say, this is my money manifestation water. Put that off to the side. And then I can grab another one and say, I want this one to be a high vibratory one that I can use for my bath water. So like I said, put that in there. It's all good. And then I'll have a third one being like, I want to make ice cubes with this one. So I want it high vibe. for my alcohol. That's going to make me low vibe. So I don't know, but that's usually what I do is I'll have like 3 or 4 of these out, and then I got Bertha. So then I got out. So, but like I said, doesn't really matter. Like I said, keep it simple, keep it real simple. Moon water Jello shots. Yeah. So yes, you can use amethyst, totally fine. Like I said, amethyst is a type of quartz. So citrine, amethyst, clear coat, smoky quartz, any of those quartz, it's all good. Let's see here. If I use the water in my diffuser, certain essential oils affect the energy of the water. No, not necessarily. So you just got to remember the essential oils themselves are vibratory too. Like rose is a high vibe, pine is a high vibe, of course, frankincense and myrrh. So duh, they brought it to baby Jesus, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. You think those are pretty high vibey? Of course they are. So absolutely. Rainbow fluoride is another good one that you can use too in your moon water. Rainbow fluoride is my woosah. It just gets it gets your stuff like here. So jaspers are the get your shit in order crystals, but rainbow moonstone is really calm, collective. So you can go, okay, A, B, C, D, E. That's what fluorite's really good for. So love that stuff. So it like I said, everybody's asking how long it charges. It stays charged as long as you have it. So that's a pretty easy one. It doesn't lose strength over time. I don't put my oil in before. I charge everything first, then I do my potions. So then, like I said, I'll add a little bit to my toner, and then I'll add a little bit to the dog water, and then I'll put most of it in my coffee pot. So all that good stuff. So, but like I said, you could totally use it in the shower. I do a lot of times in the bath, especially after I get done with a live audience reading. Cause I got to remember, I'm reading 300, 400, 500 people at a shot. I get a little sleepy when the next day. So the next day, as long as I have a little bit of moon water, my crystals in my moon water and salt, almost always I'm right back to being A-okay. Doesn't matter what kind of lid. That's a good question, Viv. Doesn't matter what kind of lid. I usually use the ones that come with it. And like, if I don't have my normal screw top lid, I'll literally take a piece of like parchment paper or saran wrap, put it right on top, rubber band it because it gets windy. So, and then I put it out. I did have some critter got into one of mine before and tipped it over. It was just like one that got tipped over, but I'm not mean to my possums and coons that like to come in my yard. They need to eat too. So if they need a drink of water, they can have some of my moon water. I'll share. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a jar, Shelby. That's a great question. Anything, as long as it's glass, whatever you got. Like I said, tonight there's a full moon. So let's put them out for the full moon and test it out. Like I said, put different crystals in there. Try it out. Be a little experiment, because what's going to work for me isn't necessarily going to work for you. We're all different body chemistries and different thought processes, and everybody's different. So you kind of have to figure out what really works for you. So like I said, no real intent. Like I said, if you want to make one as money intent, great. If you want to get 3 of these jars and make each one for a different thing, that's great. I did see a lady on YouTube. She would put the jar on it, and then she would mark on the jar, like, this was my money manifestation one, or this was my healing one, or, it depends. Like I said, you can even do a detox one. So any of the crystals that would be great for detoxing. There's so many different things that you can do, so many different types. So like I said, Taylor was asking if there's crystals you shouldn't use. There's a lot of crystals that contain aluminum. They contain mica. They contain arsenic. There's different things, sulfur. So you want to do your research. Make sure that you're researching what you can and can't use. So like I said, Google is great for that. So, but like I said, of course, I'm going to tell you, go to Awakenings if you're interested in buying any crystals. That's my crystal store. So it's awakeningsstore.com. Otherwise, it's at 147th and Maple. But like I said, you can use just about anything in these things. Really, you can use them as spray bottles. You can drink it, essential oils, water your plants, a whole bunch of different things. It's all about that intent. So I'm going to just kind of like, again, I'm just going to remind everybody, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you are liking my Facebook page, which is Psychic/Medium Kelly Miller. I will never solicit my services, by the way. I'm never going to email you and be like, oh, I've got something to tell you. I will never do that. There's a lot of fake accounts going up right now with my name on that. It ain't me. Okay. Don't give anybody money that is just asking to do free readings. That's an old gypsy move. Don't fall for it, because they're going to be like, oh, I sensed something evil. Don't fall for it. It's crap. Any reputable psychic medium will never solicit their services. And if they do, it makes people like me look bad. So don't buy into it. All right, guys. So I will be doing more. I've got to get back on scheduling and getting some more YouTube videos, but I've got more lined up here. Eric and I will also be going to the Denver Gem and Minerals show here in about 2 weeks. So next weekend is Labor Day weekend. Weekend after that, we are heading to Denver Gem and Minerals show. We are flying there and coming back with a U-Haul full of crystals. So if there is anything that you in particular would like me to grab, let me know. Email admin@awakeningstore.com. Let us know. We'll find some specialty things for you if you want. But all in all, like I said, if there's anything you guys want, we're going to be there. But I want to thank everybody. This one's going to be one of those shorter videos. But thank everybody for attending this one. And like I said, do some experiments. Let me know how it turns out, especially in the comments section. So give it a shot. Let me know. I'm going to put out Bertha. We got to put out Bertha tonight. So, because, you know, we got to make some moon water. So, but like I said, experiment, try different crystals, give it a shot. Like I said, let me know how it goes, because I'm curious to know how it's going to work for you guys. I know it works for me. I love it. I use it a lot. Let me know how it works for you guys in the comment section after this video. And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and we will be in touch. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Have a safe Labor Day weekend, and we're going to be in touch. Okay, guys, thank you. I will talk to you soon. Bye.